This week,
we have nothing but the ultimate respect
and love for our Hawk military families.
and our fall all-conference athletes.
Join us next.
Military kids are special. They have their own culture. They have their own language. They know PCS means you're moving, and TDY means mom or dad are leaving, but they'll be back. They know BX means you're on an Air Force base, but PX means you're on an Army post. They know MOS is what mom and dad are really good at. MRE is food, and MWR is fun. They know these things because they ship out all across the country and all around the world because mom or dad got new orders, and that means so did the kids.
What parent was in the military?
So my father was in the Navy for 35 years.
What are the benefits of having a parent in the military?
So my father, being in the military, taught me a lot about rules, following rules. He treated us kind of like his own sailors. He was an officer in the military, so he didn't really let a lot of us get away with anything. And I think really the benefit that I have, that I can see now, is that we got to travel. We got to travel throughout the world. I got to go, I graduated high school in Iceland. I went to college in Germany. We lived everywhere, but as a child, I did not like it because we moved like every year and a half, so it was hard making friends.
I am in a military family, and what I like about it is I get to make many friends and I get to see different places, and I actually think the more we move around, it brings my family closer together, and if I'd had to describe it in one word, it'd probably be an adventure.
When my dad's on deployment, we're able to communicate through cell phone, like text, FaceTime, call, when he's on land. But when he's on a boat, it's kind of hard because the connection isn't too good.
What's a downfall?
I'd say moving a lot. I don't like moving. It's hard.
Yes, it's hard because I have to go to a lot of different schools. I meet a lot of different teachers. Many different teachers, students have sometimes they don't teach us the same thing as the others. They get a little confused, having to learn different things from different people. It's harder to learn like that.
I get to travel around a lot, and I've been to California, I've been to Tennessee, Florida, Hawaii. My dad went to Japan without me. I had to stay because he wouldn't let me go. I just tried a lot of foods. Most of them I can't really name because they're in a different, what do you call it, language. But yeah, and then one thing I would tweak is that I don't get to see a lot of my friends because I have to leave and then come back and then leave and then come back.
I've been to is Dubai, Bahrain, and Japan, and of course America, but I probably think that I've been to more states than countries. I think I've been to California, Rhode Island, I've been to Florida twice now, and Massachusetts.
When I was really young, my dad was in the Navy, and I didn't see him for 2 years because he was stationed in Japan. And when he came back, I didn't even know who he was.
What are the benefits of having a parent in the military?
If you're retired for 20 years, you get like monthly paychecks because you've like served for your country for 20 years.
Being a military child is kind of rough because you gotta move around a lot. Like for me, for example, like I moved around from 4 states and I've been in multiple different kind of schools, and it's just really hard adjusting sometimes.
It's impossible to use words to express how much I admire military kids. Military brats, really, because that's what they're called in the most awesome sort of way.
Hi, I'm Maverick, and this is my sister Jade. We're military children. Some good things about being a military child is that there's a bunch of discounts for like everything, but I used to not be able to see my dad a lot, but now that he's retired, I now see him a lot more.
The good things about it is that we get to like travel the world a lot. Like we've gone to like California, Florida, Tennessee, Japan. Is that it?
Yeah.
Mi papá era militar y policía y él se lanzaba de los aviones y a mí me gustaba porque protegía la ciudad.
Her dad worked as a police officer and military man, and he worked with airplanes, and he liked it. She liked it because he protected their city and country.
Your dad was in the Navy. Did he have any influence on you?
Yeah, my dad retired before I was born, and now he keeps telling me stories about the times when he was in the Navy. He'll tell me about how he had to rescue people around the ocean, and how sometimes he had to recover dead bodies.
What parent was in the military?
My dad was in the military. He's been in the military for about 22 years now.
What's he do?
He's in the Air Force and he fixes like jets and planes.
Why military kids are so strong, resilient, courageous, especially the generation in the aftermath of 9/11. They've had to make a choice. They could give in to fear or they could overcome it. I had a student in Korea who came to me one day in tears saying, "My dad is at war. I don't know what I'm going to do." Not even 5 years later, I was on a different military base in Germany when that same kid knocked on my classroom door in his military uniform on his way to Afghanistan, just like his dad had done.
My dad is more strict on me, and that will help me in the future becoming more of a leader.
Was he like more strict at home?
Yeah, my dad was really about like actions have consequences, so he was really strict about his rules, and if you didn't obey them, you had like really intense consequences.
Yes, my dad definitely makes more rules, and there's not a lot of like going free. Like it makes me do a lot of work, and he's pretty demanding. Grounds me if I don't work a lot. Yeah.
Do you think that's a good thing? No.
You see behind me is a flag that was given to my father on his retirement day when he was retired by Florida representative here, and it was flown over the Capitol in July 4th, I think, 1995, and flown on behalf of my dad and given to my dad at his retirement.
That's amazing.
That is cool.
I taught military kids in Korea, Japan, and Germany in the aftermath of 9/11. I'm grateful to have seen firsthand just how extraordinary our military kids really are.